Hello everybody. So Friday's maths, I'm going to start by recapping over some prior learning. So going right back to, I think it was about a week and a half ago now, when we were looking at our o'clock times. So your long minute hand here is pointing up to your 12 and your shorter hour hand is pointing to the 2. So can you shout out what time that is? 3, 2, 1. So that time is 2 o'clock. You saw your long minute hand pointing to the 12 and your shorter one, your hour hand pointing to the 2. Okay, let's just do one more example. So as you can see there, that minute hand's going right around the clock face. So what time is this showing now? 3, 2, 1. So if you said 7 o'clock, you are correct. Well done. Because we have our short hour hand pointing to the 7 and our longer minute hand pointing right up to the 12 at the o'clock. If we're writing that in digital, that's what it would look like. So that's a digital time there. Right, moving on, let's have a look at, there we go. So let's have a look at half past times now. So we know when that long minute hand has moved halfway around the clock face down to the 6, that it is a half past time. So what's this time going to be? So 3, 2, 1, shouting out. If you said 7:30, you are correct because we started off with 7 o'clock. That long minute hand has moved halfway around the clock face and pointing down to 6 now. So it's 7:30. Okay. Let me just do a couple more examples. That's the one I was after there. Okay, so looking at this one now, we know that it's going to be a half past time because the long minute hand's pointing down towards the 6. However, we have not yet worked out our hour. So the hour hand has not left the 1 yet. However, it has left the 12 and it's sort of in between the 12 and the 1. So it must be 12:30. Brilliant. Right, moving on. 1:45. So that long minute hand has now moved to the 9, which we know is 1:45 or 45 minutes past. So that time now is showing us 12:45 if you are looking at your digital clock. However, on analog, it's going to be 1:45. Okay, let's just do one more example of that. All right, so the short hour hand, nearly on the 3, the long minute hand on the 9. So we know it's 1:45. The hour hand's on its way to the 3, so it must be 2:45 or 2:45 if we flick back to the digital times. Right, we'll just do a quick minute or so on 5-minute intervals. Okay. Oh, I'm just running round. So this time we can see that the long minute hand is on the 10. That shorter hour hand is still not on the 3. So it must be 10 minutes to 3 o'clock. And if that minute hand carries on going and then ends up on the 1, we've now reached 3 o'clock. As you could see, that minute hand went past it. And we are now on 5 minutes past 3 o'clock. So it's just left the hour. And if we carry on going round the clock face down to the 5, so we've now got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and it's going to be 25 minutes past 3 o'clock. Or if we're writing it in the digital, it's going to be 3:25. I'll just go do one more minutes to, I think. And I'm going to change the hour. I'm going to, there we go. Okay, so I've changed the hour now. It's not yet on the 5, but it's on its way. And we know that if it's on the 7, it's 25 minutes to. So that time must be 3, 2, 1, shout it out. That time must be 25 minutes to 5. Okie doke. Right, today in your work, we are, I just want to put that back to the hour. There we go. We are looking at durations of time in a minute, in an hour, and also in a day. So how many seconds are there in 1 minute? I think quite a few of us know this already. If you don't worry. So a minute, 1 minute is literally when the minute hand moves one sort of smaller section, not a bigger one, because we know those are 5 minutes. It's when the long minute hand moves one of the little sections. So that is 1 minute. 1 minute, everybody, is 60 seconds. So there's 60 seconds in 1 minute. Let me just move that back. In an hour, so obviously your hour, let me just show you, is where your long minute hand moves all the way round the clock face, and there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Do that again. So when that long minute hand moves all the way around, that is 1 hour. And obviously your hour hand just moves to the next number. However, in a day there are 24 hours, which may seem a bit strange, because we're only probably awake for the time during the actual day. So if you think about it, from when you wake up in the morning, say you wake up at 7 o'clock, that hour hand then goes all the way around the clock face until you probably go to sleep at around 7ish. And that's 12 hours. However, during the night time, there will be another 12 hours because you are asleep for pretty much all of it. And we call that nighttime, or it can be called, PM. When it passes a 12, at 12 midnight, then it goes back to AM, so sort of morning into the next day. So there are 24 hours in 1 day. In your work today, everybody, you've got work on durations of time in the things we've just spoke about. So minutes, hours, days, and you are going to be doing a little bit of ordering as well. So try your very best, and well done for this week's home learning. You have been fantastic. Thanks, everybody.